Good evening. So we are here for day 3, Super Bowl Sunday.
My father's birthday today.
Ah, interesting. Nice. And your birthday is 5 days from now.
Indeed.
Well, yeah. So we'll have to remember that for when we're doing our 8th video. Yeah. So we have another. This is a beer that I saw it in the store and I was like, oh, we gotta go for this one. This is Goose Island Fulton Street Blend. So this is a new rich coffee flavor and aroma in a brilliant golden ale.
That's interesting. I'm looking forward to this one because, of course, we just got back from Chicago.
Yes. So this is going to be fantastic. Grab your glass.
I'm sad we didn't actually get to
go to Goose Island. I know. Better planning next time.
Now it's interesting because you said coffee flavor, and I
would have thought it was going to be darker.
Well, yeah, I mean, a coffee flavor with an ale seems like a bold choice.
It's going to be interesting. Very clear.
Yeah, I mean, this is
just color-wise. Yeah, I would have thought that this was going to be a little more.
It almost looks like a lager.
Yeah, I would have thought it was going to be a little bit more, like a little darker of an amber, but this is a pretty clear. I don't smell the coffee.
I can taste the coffee, but it's very subtle.
It's not... Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I think if I had very high hopes for this beer. This tastes very similar to what like a coffee-flavored jelly bean tastes like.
Do you know, it's funny, because
yeah.
I was going to say this tastes more like coffee ice cream. Which I think is the same thing. Cause
I can see that, yeah, it's the same,
to it.
Right, I was going to say, it's the same, like, not actually coffee.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, coffee flavoring. I think very similar to the way that, like, bananas taste different than banana flavoring.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with you. So
yeah.
It's like, this doesn't taste like coffee, this tastes like something pretending to be coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, though, if the darker the beer, the more the flavour sticks. And that's why I was surprised.
That's interesting, yeah.
And I don't know whether there is any basis, in fact, with that, but...
Feel free to reach out to us with the science of that. Yeah, because typically... And it's funny, because like, I saw the coffee flavor, didn't look at what style of beer it was. I just assumed it was a porter or a stout.
Yeah.
So as I was reading it now, and I was like, golden ale, that's bizarre.
And it seems to be the coffee ones are always the darker.
Right. It's not bad. It's disappointing because I thought it was going to be better.
Yeah, I would say this is like a regular ale. But just happens to have a bit of a coffee.
This is like a really good horror movie. Where like you go into... So if you go into a horror movie and you expect shite, because most horror movies... I love horror movies. But most of them are crap. It's very rarely will I be like, yeah, this is an amazing horror movie. If you go in having very low expectations, you're rarely disappointed because you're like, well, I expected it to be shit, and it was much better than I thought it was going to be. But if you go in looking for a great movie, I remember I dated this girl in my early 20s, and she was like, why do you like, we always watch these really bad movies, and I'm like, and you always think that they're good, but like, you have, like, I watch a lot of movies, and I'm like, no, they're good compared to other movies in that genre. Yeah. I went into this expecting a really good coffee beer, and I got, yeah. But if I would have gone into it just expecting, like, a control beer, I would have been much happier. So my suggestion is, if you're going to drink this beer, have very low expectations, be pleasantly surprised. That's mine. I don't know what you thought.
No, I thought, the problem is, they sold it on the coffee flavour, which is very, very mild in there. And the problem is, they didn't do anything else with the ale. So my rules are, if they weren't going to have a strong flavour profile, it should be a lot crisper, like a Pilsner. Right. And if they were going to have a stronger flavour profile with like some maltiness, then they actually need to have that forward. So I think the problem is it's like a Yingling almost, and then they added coffee flavour to it. I think
that's interesting.
I would say apart from the coffee flavour, the beer is not distinctive really.
I would agree with that. It's just kind of like a typical beer. But that's what I was saying. Like, it's a very disappointing control beer because you're expecting it to be something else.
Yeah.
You know? That's my thought.
but it was fine.
I'd say like 3.5 out of 5 on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's difficult because I'm disappointed in it because it failed to do what it set out to do. But then again, it wasn't necessarily a bad bit. So actually, I think 3.5 is probably a fair rating.
Right. I think also, like, for me to say a beer is bad, you really have to be bad. I mean, because I'm very lenient with my ratings. I think that it's like if you're bold, like it was a bold choice to go for the coffee ale, and it did not pay off. But it was fine.
And I mean that's a drinkable beer. If I was
it is.
Pub, I could drink a few pints of that.
I could see.
I don't think I necessarily like enthuse about it, but
right. I don't think it would be my first choice, but it wouldn't be my last choice either. Somewhere in the middle. So, all right. Well, we have our first weekend of February done. Check out our whole month. And don't forget to tune back in March for our regularly scheduled programming, where we will resume doing episodes for the sitcom, and we'll also resume doing Whiskey Wednesdays. So,
sounds good.
Ciao.